and welcome back to Misery Loves Mandy, where comedians talk about miserable moments and whether or not they made them into jokes. It is Halloween. I look like Mavis. I don't know who that is. I am a goth emo girl, or confused high school girl. You'll learn more about it later. Not important. What is important is this week's guest. There's two. You know I love when there's more than one. Is our Halloween regular, Matt Catanzano, and our holiday regular, Chase O'Donnell. We talk all things Halloween. We talk about miserable college comedy performances and much more. So like, subscribe, share with a friend, and happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween!
Oh my God, you guys, we've been trying to not talk to each other while setting up, and it's been one of the hardest things.
Nothing but bits already.
Say that too.
So many things to address.
Yes.
I called that a protein pack.
Yeah. Oh, we're going right into it. I'm dressed head to toe as a Ghostbuster. And
Is that what you are?
Yeah. It's real, and it's a real bummer. I'm in the wrong room. I'll admit. I went too hard.
Not at all.
Every year, Mandy asks me to do this, and every year, I'm like Charlie Brown in the football. I come with all this bullshit.
No, you showed up, and I said, I'm underdressed.
No, but if everyone
You're
else
not
is.
overdressed.
Am I underdressed?
Well, not as bad. I did this last year, and last year I showed up with all this stuff. And Mandy opened the door, and she was just in pajamas.
No, it was Ghostbusters pajamas.
And she was like, I'm tired. And that was your character.
I've been tired for Halloween.
What?
Junior year of high school, I was tired.
That's so funny.
And I kind of got a little flack from the popular guys.
Oh.
Flack.
Mm-hmm. They
Flack,
said,
I just learned it's flack, not slack. I always thought it was slack.
Oh.
I got a little flack.
Huh.
Being like, because I was in a huge oversized sweatshirt, huge pants, and no makeup. And I was tired. And they were like, aren't you supposed to dress hot?
Oh, no.
Oh, what did you say?
I don't remember. I'm traumatized. I think I blacked out.
You're like, I'm too tired for this.
Yeah. But that's one that we both have been tired for Halloween.
Yeah, tired for Halloween.
But I was trying to match his Ghostbuster outfit. It's not my fault if my Ghostbuster outfit was a onesie pajama.
Yeah, it was a one. It was a pajama. It was.
It
was pajamas.
You do Ghostbuster every year.
I've been doing that. I just keep coming with more accessories to this one. I've invested too much into this costume to do anything else.
That makes sense.
And I only wear it to this.
He's done this costume for the last 3 Halloween episodes. This is why I had to bring you guys together. Okay, wait. Confusion.
Yes.
You guys, I thought, knew each other.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
You know what I was going to say?
What?
Nice to see you. Because
Okay.
I wasn't sure.
No, I go right into it now. People I've known for decades, I just always introduce myself to.
I learned my lesson the hard way, and I go, hello.
Yeah.
I am consistently
you
told
just go,
by
hello.
Yeah.
people. Well, they'll go like, "We've met," and I go,
Well, me too. That's why I say nice to see you.
I know,
now.
but I just do it now. I'm just like, "Hey, Mandy, not Catanzano. Good to see you." And you're like, "Yeah, all right." And I'm like, I don't know what to do.
I like the middle ground between you two, because yours gives away that you met them. Yours gives away that
nice
you
to
haven't.
see you.
But then
Yeah.
they're like, did we meet? Which
That's
is
just a fact, though. It is nice to see the person.
Yeah, it's
you know,
nice to
so
see
like
you.
That's
you haven't done
true.
anything wrong. That's nice. I probably should do
But
that.
I have to say, I was relieved when you said, this is a crazy first way to meet. And I go,
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
I didn't know this.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to, yeah. And then in my brain, I was like, oh my God, we've known each other for decades. I don't remember.
Well, in this comedy world, I would say we do end up on lineups with people and don't realize maybe that we've met.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A
on
lot
show.
of the times.
Yeah. So it gets confusing.
But see, that's why I'm like, I don't think that should count. We should be able to
show.
reintroduce yourself.
Okay.
Especially a stand-up show, because it's like you're like in passing for the most part.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
One
In
time,
between dinners.
I never know who I know. I just never know.
I'm really bad at it.
Yeah. And I had somebody come up to me in Santa Barbara where I went to college. So I just assumed I was in my college town, and somebody came up to me and was like, Chase. And I was like, oh my God, it's been so long. When was it? And she goes, we don't know each other. I just know who you are.
Oh.
And I was like, that's right.
That's like the wave to somebody, but like times 100. When you wave to someone you think you know and it's not them.
Yeah.
And they do the turnaround like you, and you're like, I guess not.
No, that's not them.
Behind, so the wall. It was the wall.
But the commitment to like, it's been so long. And I really never know. I don't ever know what to do.
It will be so uncomfortable. And then the worst is like, imagine being like famous and then assuming everyone is just a fan.
Yeah.
That's even more embarrassing. If
It
it's
is
like
more embarrassing.
Someone from actually like your high school or something, and you're like, you want an autograph?
Yeah.
Well, don't ever do that.
I know. But like internally, like you thinking
Yeah.
like snobbily, which you should never do, but you
know.
It's kind of like all that drama with Chapel Roan.
Oh,
Have
well,
you
I don't know.
Do you know this
I know
drama?
the songs.
I don't know that. Yeah. What's the?
She's gone viral for, she made very public statements on TikTok, so angry that people would have the audacity to say hi to her out in public.
Oh.
She goes,
What?
You don't know me. That's creepy. Like, she was angry. She's made all the headlines.
Has anyone ever gotten that much fame, but so immediately been like, whoa, I don't want this. 'Cause I feel like she's like,
I think
she's like really
she's-
gone out of her way to.
Yeah,
be
she had a
like-
forceful statement.
She's like, I don't want to do shows all the time. What's happening?
This is
And everyone's
too
like,
much.
and she's like, a stadium? Why?
Oh,
Too many
actually,
people. And I'm like, what? So
I
what?
do have something to say about that question, though.
Tell me.
Do you guys ever have a fear that, like, do you ever think that you set up this, like, wall of not making it because you're scared of what your life will be when you do?
Certainly.
I think
That's
that's
exactly what happened to me.
what they say.
It was my own doing. That was it.
Is that how you feel?
Sometimes, I mean, I'm ready, universe. I'm definitely ready. But I do always think, like, when I'm failing in life, I'm like, you know what? Let's enjoy staying home and eating Taco Bell tonight because you're not going to always be able to do this, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm just the simple things. I'm like,
Yeah. Oh, I can go to the market with no makeup on.
oh, no one's
Yeah.
taking photos.
Yeah. So nice.
So I fear sometimes how different your life will be. But then when I say it out loud, I'm like, never mind.
I don't think so, because nowadays, like, I'll look on Instagram and there's a model that has 20 million followers, and I'm like, who is that? And I think there's so many famous people now that, like, you'll get recognized with your group, but I just like, how does everybody in the world now know every famous person?
That's true.
It seems, unless we're Jennifer Aniston.
That's true.
Huh. Right?
We all
Unless
have
you're
such a
like
good
the
impression.
biggest.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Okay.
I just sometimes click on someone's Instagram and I go, oh, 25 million? How do I not know who that is?
There was a girl that was
Yeah.
tagged in the Comedy Store photos the other day, and I clicked her profile because I didn't recognize her. Girl has like over 600,000 followers. It was just on Mark Maron's podcast. I scroll and I'm like, never heard of her.
I know.
There's just so many people. Okay,
There's too
so no
many people.
fear, no
Yeah.
fear
And-
to be famous.
Yeah, and she can walk outside
Yeah.
and you wouldn't even know.
I guess I'm ready.
Yeah,
You're
ready.
ready.
You're
okay,
ready.
I'm ready.
Mhm.
Other than, I just want to bring back one quick thing. You called this a protein pack.
Can you?
So the Ghostbusters, listen, you don't have to have this outfit.
That's what it's.
You don't have to have watched
What is a protein
all these
pack?
things. You don't have to care the way that I care, maybe. But a protein pack. Such a gym rat guess of what this is called. That's such a just finished a marathon and then I got a protein pack. Like I'm carrying a bunch of muscle milk on my back.
You think I'd be shunned by Ghostbuster fans?
No, they'd be like, well, she's not right, but she's also not wrong.
I'm surprised that you're close though, because I didn't know that was a proton pack.
Yeah, it's a proton pack.
You're so close.
I was close.
Yeah, you were close enough.
Oh.
And is it because that whole pack is filled with protons?
Yeah, you're just shooting protons at ghosts.
Wow. What did you think of the reboot with the ladies?
I like that one. I saw it 3 times in theaters. I just want to say that right now. I know I look like somebody that might have been mad, but I kept going to see it. No problem on my end.
Okay. Yeah, I heard bad reviews.
Some things I would have changed. Overall, big fan though.
I actually loved it. I have it on DVD.
Yeah, okay.
Do you?
Yeah, big fan of it.
Well, they had protein packs.
Yeah,
So that's
because
actually
women need their protein. I'm so weak.
Boobies.
I just went to a Halloween festival and I won a Blu-ray DVD and I said, who has DVDs anymore? But
You won. No, I actually don't want to get into the DVD thing.
Okay,
Because
okay.
when I moved, I sold them all in accident and I regret it.
no, nobody needs them anymore though.
I
You
regret
do.
it. I regret it.
Okay.
I would have taken the CD. If you're contemplating not having room for your DVDs, don't do what I did. Get a CD case, throw out the boxes, put them in there, as all of your movies and memories. I'm really regretting it. I'm going to go to Goodwill and buy back all of the movies I gave them.
I have so many. What do you need?
I didn't know
A lot.
people kept their DVDs.
I did. Yeah.
I know you would.
I have the craziest DVD VHS collection.
Wow.
But no, that is an insane thing to get these days as a win. You shouldn't have won a DVD
I shouldn't. It was a
player.
Blu-ray DVD.
No one even bought the Blu-rays. Was such a small.
It feels like
blip.
a direct. I feel like I'm at an intervention. You guys are like pretending that you don't know that I live in a shrine to DVDs.
Your wife set us up to this.
Yeah. And I'm like, wait a second. Do I not get to go home with any of the shit that I brought? You guys all take out letters and read them to me like, isn't that so weird when people have DVDs? And I like just left a car when I opened the door, DVDs spilled out onto the ground. Like, what the hell's happening right now? We definitely haven't met.
Yeah, we haven't met.
Just call me the DVD guy from now on.
This is a direct attack on me.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm like, what
So
the hell?
sorry. I didn't mean to offend anybody with that comment. I really had no idea.
No, you are correct.
Okay.
But I do a live show where I give out DVD. Like the bit is that I give out physical media.
It's a bit.
Well, here's how I knew it was a bit, or how it became a bit, is that I would be like, who wants whatever? And people would be like, no
Right.
one. Why? How would I even watch
Watch
that? And
it.
I'd be like, you're at the whole point of the show was that. All right, well, if you
It's a
promise to
bit.
find a way to watch it,
Yeah, it's a bit.
I'm going to give it to you. And it's a prize. And everybody's like, these prizes.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
What was your Halloween party?
I won tickets to the Hollywood Bowl because I won a dance contest
Of course you
at
did.
a movie screening.
Was it the Thriller dance?
No, it was improv. I just had to go up and and dance, and I won. And no big deal. And they gave me Hollywood Bowl tickets, but then they never sent me the tickets. So instead, as an apology, they sent me free tickets to this Halloween festival in Highland Park.
Okay.
And there was a lot going on. There was trivia, there was movies, there was drinks and food trucks and photo booths. It was quite the Halloween party.
Sounds fun.
It was fun.
Is it better than the Hollywood Bowl?
I don't know. It depends what show. I did win a Blu-ray DVD at this Halloween party, so
it kind of
you
paid
know,
off.
yeah.
So you won the tickets to the Halloween thing, and then at the Halloween thing, you won again.
I won again. I'm pretty good. The question, it was like a trivia game, and I knew I knew the Halloween trivia.
Oh, you
My
would've
like
nailed that.
actual illness is that I so desperately want to know what Blu-ray you got.
Okay,
It said
okay.
Blu-ray, and I'm like, I wonder what she's not going to say which one it was.
I do
She's never
have
going to mention which one it was.
I do have a picture of it, but I can't say it
You
off
can,
the top
you
of my
can
head.
look it up.
Oh, you don't even know what it was.
No, it
He's
was
hurting
it
inside.
was a scary
I
movie.
mean, it's probably steel case collector's edition then. It should recognize.
Yeah, Jesus.
It meant so little to me. Okay, hold on.
No. What if it is like worth money?
What a prize. It's so terrible that the photo is me handing it to you. So I was certainly working this event
This is the first
with a
time
stack
we
of my
met.
own personal
on,
movies that I'm
hold
like
on.
giving out to people like, you're going to love it. And this is from me to you, even though we're
Handwritten
strangers.
note.
Yeah, with a little note.
Oh, you know what? Someone took the picture.
Oh no.
I'm gonna find it. You guys keep talking
Okay,
amongst yourselves.
So Halloween is in a couple days. Halloween is gonna be tomorrow when this comes out.
Oh.
I haven't done anything yet this year to celebrate Halloween yet. This is the first thing. Have you begun your festivities?
I start November 1st every year.
No, October 1st.
No, I start November 1st for the next. I have one full year of Halloween BS.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I went to because I go to all the haunted houses,
Yes.
and I went to Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando.
What? Yeah, you
in
really
August.
travel. Oh, okay.
Like
no,
when
he travels every year.
when it opened.
Wow.
So I had already, when I got back, it was at the end of August, mind you, but I got back, and in September and like as October came around, people kept being like, man, this has been a weird year. I haven't done anything yet. I was like, I've flown across the country and gone to a bunch of haunted houses already. And they were like, when? I'm like, August. And they're like, hey man, we're going to have an intervention. It's going to be Mandy's podcast.
Yep.
They told me about it.
You forgot.
The Crow.
Oh, you got The Crow.
I got The Crow on Blu-ray
It's that
DVD.
little movie no one's heard of.
Yeah.
What? That's a famous one.
Brandon Lee.
Huh.
Is that a big movie?
Yes, a remake just came out that everybody hated, and so the Blu-ray was probably being passed around as like, but remember how good it was?
Oh,
It wasn't just passed around. I won it.
Oh, you won it. Sorry.
Big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, so you in August you went to Halloween Horror Nights Orlando.
In Orlando, I've done Halloween Horror Nights here twice.
In at Universal
At
Studios.
Universal.
I've never gotten in. I feel like the tickets always sell out.
Oh.
Or
I've seen them sold out.
Yeah.
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 There are definitely nights that it.
But I don't like buy them, way in advance.
yeah. You're saying that like I might.
Yeah. Spur of the moment, it's sold out. Yeah.
It's already begun. It's almost over. Trying to get in around 1 a.m. and they won't sell the tickets, so I don't go.
Okay, so
I did the hayride a couple times.
the hayride.
The
Oh.
LA haunted hayride, very famous.
I've never done it.
Never heard of it. I grew up here.
It certainly hurts to say very famous.
First thing that comes up on Google when you type in haunted.
Yeah. Haunted LA. See, it's not just me.
I want to do it.
It is very fun. You could do it this week. It's every night.
Okay.
Okay, it is worth it.
It is. Well, okay. So the LA haunted hayride is it's gonna sound like I'm not giving an endorsement, but I am.
Okay.
It's cheaper than those other things, so that's a plus.
Okay.
And then part of its charm was that it's always sort of bad,
Okay.
Okay. Well.
but they fixed it up this year. They
Revamped it?
revamped it.
Hey, no pun intended.
Yeah, and it's nice.
I don't get it.
Vampire?
You're a vampire.
Oh, get it. Yeah.
Well,
It was a stretch.
Get it. And is this at Universal?
no, this is at Griffith Park.
Oh, I have heard of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's way better now than it used to be.
Yeah, it's a little bit nicer. I still kind of like the charming. It was falling apart. There would be times where you would do it, and most of the time when you're on the hayride, it's like animatronics that they have, and you'd be on it, and they just like wouldn't be plugged in. So you'd like go around, and you'd be like, "Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure that would have been scary."
Is it one of those things you have to like smoke weed before you do it to really enjoy it,
Well,
or
yeah,
or it's sober fun, good old fashioned sober fun?
I would think that if you're asking that question, you might need to smoke
To me, it
or drink
seems
before. Like
pretty boring.
if your first thought was, "Will I enjoy this sober?" and that was like as soon as you saw a photo of it, you were like, "A quick question: should I be sober?" Then I would say probably not.
It seems like I'm gonna get on the hayride. It's a ton of tweens trying to be cool, and me.
No, it's not. It's not like a scene like that.
It's not.
No.
Okay.
There'll be some, but it's like pretty sincere.
Okay.
You get to shoot them.
Yeah, so this is a new thing they started. There's like a gel ball thing where you can like shoot zombies. So they like just added this axe throwing now, and I was like, don't be cool. I liked it when this wasn't cool.
Wow.
There's a live band with a front man who I'm obsessed with. His his stage name is Monty Revolta.
Oh,
And he's
we
just
love.
a Beetlejuice ripoff. And
Oh, I
it's
thought it was
so
a John
bad and
I
weird.
thought it was,
reference.
I did too.
There's
Okay.
very few people that are even watching it at any time. It's like such a strange, it's just a weird place.
Like campy, kind
yeah,
of.
yeah.
Okay.
Fun. Okay, well, I'll go.
I'd
yeah.
go too.
Did that sell it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where
Yeah.
do we win
Stone
tickets?
sober. Yeah.
Where can
I'm
Chase
gonna
win
go
tickets for
sober.
this?
Yeah.
You know what's weird is the only way to get a ticket is you have to trade a Blu-ray.
You have
Easy.
one.
But most
Easy.
people won't give up their Blu-rays. So. That's what's so difficult about it.
Okay, wait, back to Halloween Horror Nights. So
Oh.
I grew up in Florida, so I've
Yeah.
been to the Orlando one a bunch. It was always so fun. You got wasted.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the one here is no alcohol.
It is alcohol now.
They changed it back.
Yeah, they changed it like... Yeah. You've been missing, for about 5 years, you've been missing out on a totally drunk
No, but
time.
I
at-
went to not
Yep, I
scary
did
farm,
that.
and I did that with alcohol. And I have to say, I was nauseous on the rides, and I don't think I like being drunk at.
Oh, no.
Oh, on the roller coasters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Did you do the haunted houses, though?
Yes, and I have to say, it was too many tweens,
Too many tweens.
too many cool tweens.
Yeah.
They like
Knott's is a little
Halloween.
bit like that, though.
It was like
I've never been.
jam packed. The lines were like 3 hours to walk through one
Oh, yeah.
mansion.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go again,
I get it.
but I did it.
Knott's is like a bigger Six Flags. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
Knott's wasn't.
I-
I think I
that
need to
makes
do
sense.
horror nights.
So like the teens are kind of there in full force because it's a little bit of like a spot.
And it's more affordable, I'm sure.
Yes.
I have to say, I went in high school. It was the cool thing to do.
Yeah,
Same year
okay.
I was tired.
Yep.
I went.
All right, so out of everything you've done, what would you say is the best thing to do for Halloween?
Ooh. This is going to sound strange coming from what we just said, but I prefer Knott's. So
Hey, I'm proud of you for like going with how you really
what
feel.
I'm looking for in a haunted house is a bunch of tweens, long lines, and I like feeling nauseous on rides. And if I could drive an hour and 15 minutes, then it's sort of all the things that I'm looking for.
So I have a question. Is because you are the yearly October Halloween guest.
Yeah, I'm one of those people.
Is that because you're a Halloween expert? Are you like a Halloween? Is that why you're the Halloween
Yeah.
guest?
I just like it a lot.
No, it's his life.
It's my life. It's like, is this an
Mandy goes,
intervention? What's happening right now?
No. Halloween is most people's favorite holiday.
Oh.
I would say it's my favorite
Yeah, it's fair.
season.
It is. Yeah, great season.
Great season.
Christmas.
Beautiful. Oh, you're a Christmas season.
Christmas.
I'm a fall girl, but I don't go all out with all these haunted houses and such. But it's not no intervention needed for this.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Chase is my holiday guest, so she just
Okay.
wanted to know why the fuck
Yeah,
she
yeah.
wasn't on
No,
Halloween episodes.
No, not that.
That's it.
I'm going. Oh, you were talking this whole time, and I go, oh, I get it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have to be the Halloween guest. I cannot bring this to the
Oh, no.
table.
It's going to be a real bummer when in the dead of night tonight I wake up and I just hear your voice go, oh, you have to be the Halloween guest. And I replay it 1,000 times in my mind and go, well, it's sort of a compliment. It's not a compliment. It's just that you really do know a lot about Halloween and the activities to do around Halloween. So it's you're an informative guest, and that's all she meant. All she meant was you're informative.
Okay, wait. You might kill me for this one, Matt.
Oh, no.
You can say no.
Meanwhile, you two, you look beautiful. Dressed like an idiot.
You look
You're both just in
great.
cute sweaters.
I am
You could go out right now and nobody would even, in Hollywood, nobody would blink. They would just be like, oh, two pretty ladies and their Make-A-Wish friend that they took out for the day. He's so excited to be out, isn't he, folks? All dressed up.
with his protein pack.
Yeah, he's covered in protein. Look at all the toys he brought. They're in a bag he can't even get to. I have my trap popcorn bucket. That's what that is. I have the Ghostbusters trap popcorn bucket.
Show them the shoes.
Oh, yeah. These are Ghostbusters shoes.
They're pretty.
Are they good looking? No. Are they comfortable? No. Are they cool to look at? No.
Yeah.
But I like them.
they're
and I wear them
cool.
one day to this stupid podcast. They used to be on Mandy's bed
Oh yeah, that.
in a half-bedroom apartment,
I forgot about that
holding the
one.
microphone to your own mouth.
Hey, there was always Stan. Oh no, when there was one with the three, one person did have that episode. We did one episode with him and the other Matt and Matt Dan. What's up, Matt Dan? 1T, 2D, 2 N's. Always fucked me up. And that episode was the most fun I've had. Never made it to air.
Never made it to air.
I think I didn't know what I was doing filming or editing. I think
Took us
7
16 hours to
editing
record.
it. 16 hours to record.
Time of our lives. But
Batteries went wrong. Everything
No,
went wrong.
isn't that a nightmare?
Oh, yeah.
But the memories.
The memories and the bits I used from it for the trailer
Yeah.
really tied the trailer
you actually
together.
used some stuff.
Yeah. But no, so you guys both did my podcast in the studio apartment. On my futon from IKEA.
I remember what I was wearing.
Wait. I want to remember what you were wearing. What were you wearing?
It was a Rent the Runway checkered dress like this fur coat.
Cute.
And I was like telling you about Curb Your Enthusiasm
Yes.
because you were helping me if I said it at the Don't Tell or something.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, I'll never forget.
I think about that story all the time. Okay, wait. Oh, maybe we'll do. I don't know.
And I was dressed like this. I also remember.
You didn't have the shoes. You didn't have the shoes or the protein pack yet.
Yeah, I had a bad one. I had a Spirit Halloween one. This is
Yeah.
one that you have to like have specially ordered and made.
Wow.
This is a photorealistic movie prop.
Wow.
Shouldn't even be leaving the stand,
Wow.
but it did. To come here
Yep.
to find out that I can't even take it home. 'cause
And
it's
is
being
this a
taken from me.
personalized? Is Stance a character in the movie? Or?
Oh no.
Yes, it is. It's a character in the movie. I don't have any personalized.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you
That's
got
that's probably at some point. You
I
know?
think next year
Yeah,
you
maybe
could
next
add
year.
that as
Yeah.
your last name there.
That would
it's,
be
it's
cool.
Catanzano, though, so it'd be like the whole chest. Won't look
I
right.
just put cat.
Yeah. And be like, what is that? And be like, I don't want to explain it.
So we made it the futon. We made it to my apartment, and now we made it to here.
I know.
Yay!
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You guys have
Congrats.
been everywhere.
Yay.
This is lovely.
Thank you. So this is what I wanted to ask Matt to share, which only because like I feel like I have new listeners now.
Oh.
Would you feel comfortable? You can say no, and we can tell them to go back.
I have a bad feeling
Yep.
about where this is
But
going.
you can easily say no, and we'll do a new story. How would you feel recapping the worst haunted house story that you told me? That is, I can't stop thinking about it ever.
Okay. Feel free to interrupt, ask questions, check in with me to see if I'm okay.
Okay.
It's crazy, and we've said it on an episode before, but I feel like it's worth re-saying.
Okay.
So, as we've established, I enjoy going to haunted houses.
Correct.
I find that to be a fun evening. Orlando Horror Nights is bigger and better, so like not every year, but like sometimes I will go with some friends and we'll still go to the Orlando one, even though I live very close to this one.
Yeah, I'm very close to this.
Very
one.
close to
Yeah.
this one.
Okay.
But there was a year that I was like, I'm gonna do one of those extreme houses where you have to sign a waiver.
What? I didn't even know they had those.
So they have haunted mazes where you sign a waiver.
And you sign your life away.
And the reason you're signing a waiver is but because they can touch you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you kind of go knowing that
That's it. They can like touch you.
no, they can
or
like they can like mess with you.
they can kiss you.
Well, so here's the thing. They don't really specify, okay?
Okay.
And so in my mind, I'm like, oh no, like hands coming out of the dark and like grabbing at you. That's spooky scary.
Yeah.
But what? Okay. So we went to this thing. You have to go. So okay, you have to go alone, which is fine because honestly, who's going with you, right? You know, if you've agreed to do this.
Oh.
So you go to this place. You wait in a long line. If you speak, there's no like sign that says what the rules are, but anytime you speak, this guy will come out and scream at you, like this big dude, like a bouncer looking guy. So
Okay.
it's already like you're
And,
kind of like,
okay, what do you mean you have to go alone? Can't you just bring friends and you guys all stand solo?
yes, you can all stand solo, and then you have to go through the house solo.
Alone.
Yeah.
Okay, but
I guess you're right. I could have gone to it with
is
people.
This, is
I hadn't
this,
thought of it, but in the dead of night, I will be thinking, oh, people would have gone with me. They just couldn't go in with me. And no one volunteered. or made eye contact with me when I brought it up. So I went alone.
Is this in New York?
This one was in New York, yes.
Is it called Summer? Is it Macbeth?
No, it's not Sleep No More.
That's the one I'm thinking of because my
So
friend
I've also
did get
done-
kissed,
Yes.
and yeah, I'm scared to do that one. And you
Sleep-
have to go in alone. It's all that.
Sleep No More is like really artsy. It's like it's another
avant-garde.
Yeah, you're wearing a mask and you walk around and Hamlet.
So far, my head went straight to Sleep No More.
Yeah. No, that's like okay. But instead of that,
Okay, but instead of that,
you sign a waiver, they bring you into like the first room. The first room is pitch black and you're just you're stumbling around in the dark and hands are just grabbing you. And it was very scary. I was like, this is what I thought it would be. and
Okay.
It's very scary. And there's like loud like a loud boing sound playing, so like it's like deafening in there and you're like all off kilter. But then you find this like there's like a light and you walk towards it and it's a door and you're like, oh my god, a door, great. So you go through the door and it's like this fully lit room that's very small, and inside of it is a man fully naked,
no.
covered in blood. And he's just going, find the key. Find
This
the
is
key.
so New York. This actor was thrilled. For
And
the
I'm like,
job.
oh, okay. So I'm like looking around.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I know you were alone, but were you with a group of people alone, or you're physically alone?
No,
right
you
now?
have to physically be alone.
Okay.
So it's
So
just
it's just you
So-
and the naked man.
Yes, so it's just you and the naked man.
Wow.
And he's going, find the key. Find the key.
No.
And you find the key. It's like hidden in the room. You find it, and there's a door, so you go to unlock it. And then the most annoying part of this room is that even when you find the key, the guy had like no script and was not an improviser because he just keeps going, find the key, and you're like, I have it, naked man, shut up.
Is he good looking or?
When
did
people
they
are drenched in
cast?
blood, scream and find the key like that, and they're
You're
like
not-
all, he's
okay.
all like kind of contorted and stuff,
It's not good looking.
you know. So like
It's a
I,
nice way to say no.
but like in real life, if we
Silly.
saw him, we might be like, handsome man.
Okay,
But like,
okay.
you know when you're like shaking and you're doing, like,
Yeah.
that's
Usually
not like,
a turn off.
yeah.
Usually.
If you look like a dog, shit and razor blades, fully nude, covered in blood, I'm not gonna immediately go handsome.
Okay.
That's not the part of it that I remember. Thanks for asking. You might have liked this house though.
Okay.
And then you go in like a dirty bathroom. There's a girl like she has like a thing, so it's like she's throwing up in a toilet and she's like grabbing at you and pulling you
What
into
do you
stalls.
mean? Is she really throwing up?
It's hard to tell. I think it's like a mechanism that she had like here to make it
I
projectile
sure hope
vomit.
so.
Yeah,
That
it's
just
hard.
Would
I mean,
be terrible.
you're like only. I mean, you're also like looking around, so it's like I don't
Yeah,
know, it's
she's
all,
just throwing up
it's
in
all
the
very
toilet.
very strange. But the worst room, the reason Mandy brings it up. It's because there's a lot of rooms like this, okay? There's people in cages screaming. You get pushed in a cage. You, like, are in it for a little bit, and then you're, like, get out of it. And it's all weird stuff. But then you get in a room, and the room is, like, wall-to-wall old TVs, and it's all playing, like, animals being born. Like, close-ups. Like,
this
old
is-
footage
I would die.
of, like, things being slaughtered or being born. It's a very strange thing. And then someone comes up behind you, and they put headphones on, and it's just monks chanting so loud. Just the loudest... monks chanting you've ever heard. And they blindfold you,
Oh no.
and then they kick out your knees from behind, so you like drop down to your knees. And then so I'm blindfolded, I'm listening to monks. I'm on my knees.
Torn ACL.
Yeah. I'm contemplating, some life choices that I've made to be where I am. And then somebody grabs your chin and they like kind of squeeze it,
Okay, who's gonna kiss you?
and then something's put in my mouth
No.
and taken out, and then put back in my mouth, and then taken out. And
Oh, but you don't know what's.
but you don't know because
'cause
you're blindfolded and you can't
it's
hear anything.
kind
You're
of-
very like disoriented. I will say.
I'm like, I get what they're trying to do though here.
Yeah. So for then I finally like remembered I had some agency, and like not a ton, but I have like a little bit. So I like ripped the blindfold off. Because I'm like also I like bring soap with me when I go places. I'm like I have like all kind of, I'm riddled with pride. Is this an intervention? But I'm like I don't like when someone I know touches my face. Never mind a stranger. Like I'm like freaking out. So I rip out the blindfold. In front of me is this woman who's in full ghoul makeup is the only way I can describe it. Just
Okay.
like a very scary ghoul, and she's holding a dildo. And she's been putting a dildo in my mouth. Oh my god! And
Isn't
so
that crazy?
I just blurt out like, "Is it even clean?" And the best part of this entire experience, if there is one, is that she leaned forward and she's in like movie makeup. Like she's in such good scary ghoul
Yeah.
makeup. She leans right into me and goes, just in her normal voice, "Don't worry, we put a condom on it." And then goes back to being like, goes back to like her ghoul. And I'm like, fine. I guess, And then you get in a hallway where they like put a plastic bag on your head and like there's like a hole in it so you don't die. But at that point you're like, kill me, And they make you crawl down this long hallway towards this big fat dude in a diaper who's just touching his nipples. And the last room was a gift shop.
That sounds nice.
Do they sell that dildo in the gift shop?
No, I looked.
Right next to the T-shirt that says, "I just survived the P Diddy party."
Yeah, seriously.
Oh.
It is tough to find out that the whole time you were at a Diddy party, like all this time. I'm just like, I went to a really crazy haunted house, and everyone's like, "Matt, you were sexually assaulted at a party," and I'm like, "No, I bought a ticket," and they're like, "That doesn't mean it was a haunted house." I'm like, "No, it was."
It was a haunted house.
You remember the haunted house I went to in New York, and they're like, "Yeah, man."
Yeah.
Is everyone wearing white?
Sure. And at some point, they drew like in lipstick on you, and they would like write mean, terrible stuff like on your forehead or like
What?
somewhere. So like everybody that was on the street had like a dick drawn on their forehead
So
or
I
like
have a question.
yeah.
How much did you know going into it what you were going to be in for?
I really didn't know. So the best, I don't know if this is going to hit for anybody, but the best couple ways I can describe it, because I've been living with this for a long time.
Okay. Okay. You haven't
Is
gone
that-
back since.
No.
Okay.
I enjoy haunted houses, but I think of a haunted house as like your favorite dive bar. Like I like a haunted house, like even when I was describing the hayride, it's like a little junky at times,
Yeah.
but it's like, what a fun time. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, like I'll have a PBR and walk through this like,
Yeah.
and then Dracula's gonna pop out of a coffin. What a dream. This place was like the worst club you've ever been to. Like that's the difference. It's like those are both bars, I suppose, but one is like just the worst. It's like when people would watch American Horror Story and always be like, "Matt, you must love American Horror Story. You love horror movies and all that stuff." And I'd be like, "No, because American Horror Story is always like, hey, what if a couple went to a haunted hotel?" And you're like, "That's scary." And they're like, "What if a monster was in the mattress?" And you're like, "That's scary." And like, and the monster pops out when they're on their honeymoon. You're like, "That's very scary." And they're like, and the monster has a drill for a dick. And it rapes the husband in front of them. And you're like, "Oh, I don't. Why?"
Too far.
Ryan
Too
Murphy,
far.
why do you gotta do that to me? Why does it have to be
Ryan Murphy loves that shit.
like? Why does it always have to go so? So it was like
It
was
went
like weirdly
too far.
sexual the whole time,
Oh,
and I found that
okay.
like I didn't find that scary. I found it like boring or like I was just kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
Now what's happening in here? Fine.
Yeah.
I just feel like that I walked through the whole thing like, fine. Yeah, lock me in this. I don't care.
It's like that haunted house is what it's like to date before you're in your 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, dating in your 20s, the haunted house.
But do you think like these are gonna last very long? I feel like in the 2010s it was okay. I think people are getting more like
Well, there was just a
uptight
documentary
about this type
that
of stuff.
I
Yeah.
want
There's
to
a 27,000 person wait list for this freak show here.
Yeah, is that the one though?
Oh.
There's a documentary on one of the places because the guy everyone has come out and been like, "Hey, so this is run by a predator."
Really?
Yeah. So there is a documentary about like, ooh, these
I believe
extreme
it.
haunts. Isn't
Yeah.
that interesting? And then like slowly the documentary becomes a
Gee whiz.
Snuff film, yeah.
I have
Yeah.
to say, I have no desire to go to one of these.
even after I described it.
Even after.
Chase, how do you not want to go to that?
That's so crazy.
You know what I went to solo was the Taylor Swift concert.
Oh, okay. So that's a version.
That's more my speed
Yeah.
of going solo somewhere.
I didn't know you in solo.
Oh yeah,
You went to the Eras tour?
solo.
When was this? Why didn't I go with you?
Yeah.
August 26th, I believe was the date. 2023.
Oh, man.
I would have
Yeah.
gone.
I would have gone
And we've
too.
known each other for decades.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've all known each other for so long.
You know what? I found out when I was there that there were so many people I knew there because like in
Oh,
LA.
That's nice.
But I mean, I didn't see them. I found
Oh.
out after the fact. I was
Oh.
like, I was there too. So, yeah, it's the same thing. I just couldn't really ask people to pay that much
Yeah.
money to go with me to see Taylor.
I went to Blink 182 alone. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah. I enjoy
It's pretty much the same.
theater alone. That's just like way crazy alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another level alone.
Yeah, I never went back.
I know.
Yeah.
You mentioned. That's good.
I did.
Like I did it, and now I'm like
I mean,
as it turns out, I like
you like-
Universal Horror Nights. Like I like
I'm not alone.
Yeah, I like that. I don't want to be.
It's pretty crazy what you like willingly signed up for.
Yes, that's true.
But not
crazy.
knowing that was gonna happen.
I know. I really did think it was gonna be. I don't know. I really thought it'd be like you get like locked in a coffin. Like I thought it like they're gonna make you think you're being buried alive or stuff. Like I thought it was gonna be.
Okay.
I thought it was gonna be crazy.
That not sexual stuff.
But not like that. The find the key guy. Like there's nothing. Like it's just a nude man. Like I was like I don't care.
Yeah.
What is like? But the idea that people went through it and were like, do you remember that second room?
Yeah.
That guy, he kept screaming. He was naked.
Find
he was
the key.
And he was so handsome. Do you remember? How handsome.
Well, I appreciate you sharing that again.
Yeah, no problem.
Because it is quite the Halloween story.
Air it if you
That-
want, but also you can edit out that whole section if you need to.
Oh no, I think we must keep that in because that is a life experience most people will never live.
Yeah.
I won't clip it. I'll promise you that.
Yeah. Okay. Do whatever you want. Listen, I'll sign whatever waiver.
We know that.
I'll sign any waiver for anything. You know what I'm saying?
Chase, I saw your video of your Thriller dance, and I was so impressed.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it was really good.
I have a story of that.
Yeah,
If this is misery, loves Mandy.
Halloween.
Yeah. Christina P sent me the video and said, do you know this? And I was like, absolutely. And then I realized I do not know this. And it took me, I was working on it from like 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Like really, Michael Jackson has a unique way of moving his body that's not natural to me. So I really had to like learn it. Who knew? And the kicker was, and don't clip this.
Okay,
Because they can't find out.
I won't.
Okay, so I was dog sitting and I was at this couple's house, and unbeknownst to me, they had cameras in their house.
Oh my God. So from 2 to 8 p.m.
So from 2 to 8 p.m., I am in their living room
Wow.
doing like
I would honestly go back to that haunted house before I would.
and not only that, and this is what nobody can ever know, well, except everyone listening, is because I was house sitting, I wasn't at my house, and I needed
Oh no.
an outfit,
No.
and I did try on different shirts of theirs.
Of theirs?
Of theirs.
Oh my God.
And I am on camera
Oh
for like
my
7
God,
hours.
trying on their clothes.
Dancing to the Thriller
Dancing
dance?
to Thriller. And when I saw the camera the next day,
Oh.
I went, oh no. Oh no.
Oh.
This isn't gonna look good.
Why did you need multiple outfits? Why were you trying to look
they
for
weren't-
movement?
I had to match Michael Jackson's costume.
You had to?
Yes, that's the whole thing. So
Oh,
Do you know if they saw it?
I sure hope not. I've been out of my mind. So nervous.
Oh, I think you have to get ahead of it.
I can't. No, all I can do is pray that they don't watch their footage back. They did say when they got back, they said, anything to report on? And
Because they watched it live. That camera goes right to they sat and watched
Or if
that.
they want to just go back and see what I was up to.
I think, though, it only lasts 24 hours.
Not true. I have a ring.
Oh,
Yeah, no, it's there.
this is the real The Ring. This is scarier than The Ring.
Yeah.
Not only is it in the living room, there's also a ring in the kitchen. And I was like, I mean, they had full view of me dancing to Thriller all day.
Man, I hope they cut it together.
Oh, yeah, they have their own cut of
I
it.
hope they use both cameras and they really piece this thing together
You
for
must
everybody.
imagine, I spent hours Googling what does the Ring camera pick up and is there a noise and does it record the whole thing? I mean, so that's the backstory of that Thriller dance.
Oh
Wow.
my
It
god.
was at a dog sitting event.
You never fails with you. I always tell Chase, it really should be Misery Loves Chase. The amount of stories Chase has, it's mind blowing. She's lived
really
100
wild.
lives too.
Really
I
wild.
can't. It is crazy. The funniest thing the other day, I texted her probably to meet up or a podcast or something, and she goes, "Holy shit! I just performed for a college."
Oh.
Yeah, we didn't get to talk about this either.
We haven't talked about this. A lot's happened since I've seen it.
Lot's happened.
Lots of miserable stories.
So, this is let me get this set up and then you say what happened.
Okay.
So, Chase and I are working on manifesting, being
Yeah.
positive, and we set this whole thing up for ourselves, and we text each other when something good would happen. So she texted right after we started, I booked a college. I just booked a college. This is going to be great.
I manifested it.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you. And then cut to, I don't know, maybe it was like a month or so after, like you actually had it.
Mm-hmm.
And then tell us about the college.
Okay, don't clip this one either. I don't want the agent knowing how bad it went.
Hey, this isn't your fault.
Okay.
This has nothing to do with you.
Okay, well, I had 2 back to back.
Okay.
So the first was in Alabama, and unbeknownst to me, it was in a student center, the show, and I showed up, and the people that booked me said hi, and I was like, oh, these kids don't know I'm doing stand-up, do they? And they go, no. But, once they see that you're funny, they'll all start watching. And I was like, just to let you know, I've done comedy in any situation there is. But don't expect for people to really be like, it's going to be tough to get everybody on board. So I already knew this was going to be miserable. And I started the show, and you have to do an hour, and the student center, it's not like they had chairs facing me. They were all just in their tables, and kids had headphones on like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looked like a cafeteria, the
Yeah, it
picture
was
you sent me.
Fluorescent lights.
Yeah.
All the kids had these type of headphones on. Nobody will look at me. The only thing I could think of to start was to do crowd work to
Interact.
and I would talk to the kids who were in line for food. I'm like, oh, what are you waiting for? No one would respond.
Mm-hmm.
I did an hour of talking to myself to nobody looking at me. And it really, it was one of the most painful experiences I've had in my life, to be honest.
Sure.
It really was one of those things where I'm like, I know comedians could understand this, but that's about it. No one else can really know what that was just like. And then I went straight on over to Maine. This time there's a theater and there's chairs. I'm like, great. Nothing can be as worse as what I just did.
Yeah.
And I guess, Gen Z's 18-year-olds, they don't quite know our sense of humor. They're a different generation. That's fun. We love that. But they didn't respond well to my comedy. And I started getting heckled pretty much probably 5 minutes in.
Oh my
These
God.
two cool freshmen. Let's
Boys or girls?
boys.
Okay.
I go, oh, so I recently moved. They go, you guys, she recently moved.
Oh.
That is.
You got bullied.
Yeah.
That's not heckled.
Yeah, that's not heckled.
yeah. Okay, so I got bullied, and here I am on stage going, oh, that's not the joke. Glad you liked it. I had to. They did that the whole show.
My God.
They every joke they laughed so obnoxiously loud to make a point that it wasn't funny. And again, I had to navigate in my head, okay, how do I make the rest of the people comfortable, and what joke should I jump to next? And I was so frazzled, I was forgetting where I was at, and I was like trying to play it cool, also trying to do crowd work and make them feel not weird. By the end, because I had to do an hour contractually, I had to keep being like, you guys, I promise we're so close to being done. Like, I promise.
Yeah.
I had to like tell them. And after both of those shows, both the bookers apologized to me
Yeah.
Okay.
about how terrible the situation was.
That's good.
And then I really questioned what I'm doing with my life to make money, because it's not normal.
I've done so many college. I've done those shows.
Really?
Tell me, you'll make me
I know none
feel
of
better.
Your college story. I've never done a college. I didn't know you've done colleges either.
Oh my god, I did NACA and then booked
Oh wow. Yeah, that's
I booked. I mean, when I lived, that blackout house that haunted house was paid for by
College.
colleges. I lived in New York and just did college. Like I
Oh,
would travel up
wow.
and down East Coast doing college shows.
so you've lived that. But one real quick question, Chase, before we move to Matt's. What was worse?
Honestly, the main show right after Alabama, because I didn't think it could get any worse.
Yeah,
And
you were
I-
already down.
I was
Yeah.
already so down that getting like, I would rather them ignore me than actively bully me.
yes.
Yeah, I would choose silence over that.
And you were
as
in
well.
a theater, so like when you arrived, you must have been like, "I did it." Like
No,
I'm in the
no,
right
I
zone.
mean,
Not
I
I
was
did it,
like,
but like you're
it's-
like, at least I'm in
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
At least
room.
there's seats facing me.
Yes.
At least there are seats facing me
Yes.
is what I thought. But the heckling throughout the whole thing was so crazy.
Oh my god.
Again, like nobody deals with something like that typically.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not that bad. And I've been booed by 3,000 people. That was worse.
But
What
those
was
kids
that
are gonna go
the
to
one
jail.
America's Got Talent.
Oh.
Oh
yeah, yeah.
no. Booed though.
That's a fun one. That's a fun one.
There's,
That one's fun.
we got an archive of
Yeah, yeah.
episodes if
they,
you ever want to hear.
they always
everything
act like that's
happened
like
to
such a
Chase.
prize, and it's like, is it?
That's awful.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was the worst. That week was really low for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Emotionally.
Did you fly? Were you like, so you were just traveling, just living
I
with all this?
did.
Because you know, in the silent moments, that's when it's like the worst.
Well, I went to the airport after the Alabama one, and I told the bartender at the airport, I was like, I just had this crazy experience, and she gave me a double. She goes, "You need it." And I go,
Yeah, that's
do
nice.
I ever?
That's nice.
And then I had a lot of shows that went to 19 airports in 13 days.
Wow.
So I was just like, I was also exhausted.
Yeah.
And I was not happy. So that's a real misery.
But
Loves.
did
Yeah.
you rebook any of those places? Like, did they, like the next year? Or
Oh, God, no. They probably feel bad they had to pay me. They're probably like, oh my God, we have to pay her.
Oh God. Oh wait. So Matt, what was your worst
Yeah, okay.
college?
I would love to hear your college stories.
I have so many bad college, so I don't know, but it's a very similar experience. I did a lot of cafeterias, like a lot of places. They'd be like, "Oh, you're gonna do a show wherever," and then you'd arrive, and it would just be the cafeteria, and it would just be people eating.
Yeah,
And
they don't know it's a show.
You'd be like, "Oh, okay." And in one of those, we used to do, because I also used to do it with my friend Richie, and we would do improv. And so we would travel all
that's
these places
fun.
and do improv. But you would do improv scenes
Yeah.
to
listen,
deafening silence
sounds terrible.
and with no one.
Suggestion.
Yeah, and people like wouldn't say anything,
Yeah,
and like
it's
we would
awful.
bring friends to do it with us, and then they would like have that experience with us. And we would all be traveling together. But we used to do a bit where we would read people's text messages, so we would get somebody's phone. And the person's text messages were like to somebody else, just being like, "What are these clowns even doing? Like, what is like just shitting on the show that we were in the process of doing."
Okay.
And we're on stage reading them, and we're just like, you start to read, and then you're like, "I shouldn't have read this one. This is about me personally in the moment."
That's really funny.
I do have to say, for that one where I was getting heckled, I was trying so hard to get on these kids' level, and I was saying that like, oh, like I've had to send breakup texts. Can I read anyone's phone? And I was like trying to get engage, and the kids go, "Oh, come on. Oh, don't do that to him. Come on." And they started getting like really, and I was like, "Oh no, I won't read it. I won't read it. It's okay." Like they didn't even like the fact I was gonna like
Roast
play
on their
around and
friends.
roast. Yeah, the kids were like, "Come on."
What?
They hated everything I did.
We did a cafeteria with
God.
TVs facing them while they were watching a sporting event
That's smart.
with like at full volume, and we were like, what do we do?
Oh my god.
I told the bookers at Alabama that they, in this situation, they just need a musician that the kids don't have to like listen to.
Yes.
That they can just like have music in the background. But with comedy, it's so hard if nobody's listening.
Yeah.
It really is brutal.
After we were like, no more cafeterias. I remember having that thought. And then we went to a school and we were in the theater and we were all we were like, in the theater.
Yeah,
baby.
we're in a theater. They
And
expect
we were performing during a mashed potato bar. And what a
What's
mashed
that?
potato bar is that the reason the kids were showing up was because they had mashed potatoes and like all the stations.
corn.
Oh, okay.
But in order to have it, you had to watch what was going on.
So they forced them to.
So we were on a stage, and in front of us were all those catering trays
Oh my god.
filled with mashed potatoes and all of like broccoli. The place
Yeah.
reeked.
Hey.
Okay.
And I was just performing for kids, being like, just slapping mashed potatoes
They're
into a
so-
bowl, and I
they
was
do
like,
not
"We're
care."
the opener for a mashed potato bar."
They want anything but us being there.
And somebody raised their hand, and we were like, I was like, "Yeah, I guess I'll take questions," and they're like, "No," and it was to like the organizer who was by the door, and the guy was like, "Yeah," and he was like, "How long do we have to stay to have the mashed potatoes?"
Oh my god.
And we were like, "Oh." And then, I mean,
Hurtful.
it was, we
Hurtful.
always had like kind of a, and now in my memory of it, it was always like kind of fun because I remember being like, and how long do we have to stay?
Yeah.
Because I don't want mashed potatoes and it smells like shit in here. Can
Yeah,
we get
yeah.
out? Like, what do we do? We opened, we did a dog show,
That's cute.
which was cute, but we were the openers for the dog show, I found out. Like the dog show was the event and people were mad that
Like
we
the Thanksgiving Day
Yeah,
dog show type
yeah.
of thing.
Oh, wow.
And we were like, okay. So it's just like,
Yeah,
but
the
those cafeteria ones were always so
situations.
hard because it was just like, I'm like, I don't know what the expectation is, I guess was always like the thing. 'Cause it's like, I'll make them look this
I
way.
hated
but is
they
that
went,
good?
if you're funny, they'll watch.
I
Yeah.
know.
It's like, okay.
I don't think that's the problem.
That is the
funny.
disconnect, right? Like, it's like, no,
just don't
if you're good,
understand.
then you'll be all right. And it's like, well, that's not.
It's the situation. If people aren't there, it's like when we've done, if you do like a bar show and people are just at the bar and then we
held
surprise them
hostage.
with comedy, people don't want to be there for comedy. They're there. These kids were there studying. They were
Yeah.
there eating. They weren't there for comedy.
But I just get somebody with a guitar.
Just get someone with a guitar.
I did.
You
The
should
last one
just
I'll say is
start
that
doing music when they don't.
Well, I did. I mean, I did every joke I had in my book, including the songs. Don't worry. Everything was used.
we did we did Syracuse, the stadium that Syracuse has, that like huge giant stadium, but
Okay.
the stadium wasn't filled. It was for all the incoming freshmen, so it was on the field. So it was all of their incoming freshmen on a field, and as they were walking in, each was given a foam orange because they were going to Syracuse, whatever the
The oranges.
the orange. Like I have no idea why. What?
I think they're called the Orangemen.
Yeah, so they were all given a
Oh.
foam, but you gave 17-year-olds projectiles.
Oh, to throw at you.
Oh, God.
Like not thinking that that's what they would use them
Oh
for.
my
And I came out
God.
and there were just like all these children holding foam oranges, and I was like, let's get this out of the way right now. What if we spend the first 5 minutes and you just chuck those at me?
That's a good way to
got
do
ahead
it.
of it.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we got
that's a
ahead of
good
it, but it
way.
was like, I remember being off to the stage that was built on the field. It was like, this is really cool. And then like looking out and being like, we're going to get murdered.
It's just really, it's really wild what we sign up to do as
Yeah.
comics.
Yeah,
Jeez.
for
Because-
$1,000.
Because those are the ones that pay. Otherwise, we get like a free drink somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get paid for a horrible
Yeah.
experience or you have a decent show
Yeah.
for no money.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, I got paid.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
How long did you guys I'm trying to remember how long, like how old I was until I stopped like dressing. I think I've always dressed up. We know you've probably never taken a break, right?
From dressing up for Halloween?
Yeah.
I took breaks like all through like adulthood.
I don't think I had a cool year either. I think I always dressed up.
I've always dressed up, but I usually try to find a big t-shirt, big situation I can wear and be comfortable.
That's smart.
Yeah, that's smart.
Oh, I have an embarrassing moment of not being comfortable.
Oh, tell
Please.
us.
So I had 1 year. I stayed skinny for 2 years and like without yo-yo dieting. It's my
Wow.
longest streak.
Way to go.
Thank you. I don't know how I did it.
Well, yeah,
Back to
2
Team
years.
Yo-yo. What's up? But I was like, I'm going to do a sexy costume this year because I've never done one, never felt comfortable, never wanted to. But the girls in our group were those kind of girls. So they were doing it, and I was like, fed the opportunity.
Is this Florida 2010?
This was actually LA a few years ago.
Oh.
Wow.
And
Misread.
I know,
Okay.
but picture like the hot LA girls.
Yeah,
those in our
yeah.
circle. So they're all like shopping the costumes, and I was like, I'm gonna go for this.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect timing. Out of my yo-yo
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
And I got a sexy circus girl costume. It was like the full like underwear
Wow.
thing with like a little top,
Mm-hmm.
stockings. Theirs were like thongs, so mine was pretty.
Yeah.
Mine wasn't even anything.
Are these comedians?
No,
Oh,
comedians' girlfriends.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It
There
was
we
a
go.
sexy carnival girl. That's not it,
Close.
but that looks like what I'm wearing now. Sexy carnival girl.
Sexy carnival. That one.
Ringleader.
Ringmaster.
Two-piece
Ringmaster.
beauty ringmaster.
It's
Yeah.
not it, but it was
Like similar.
We'll say that.
Okay.
But not
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
So before we go to the next party, they're like, one friend is like, it was Joe Marisi. He was like, meet us at this bar. We're all hanging out before we go to a party. So we go to the bar. It ends up being in Beverly Hills. No one's dressed up.
Oh, it's an Elle Woods moment.
It
Yep.
was an Elle Woods moment.
Oh, no.
Not only not dressed up, it was like 7-star restaurant bar.
Yep.
Fancy ass Beverly Hills people. The fanciest bar you could imagine out in Beverly Hills was where we were. We had an Uber, so no hiding.
Yep.
I was just bare.
Wait, no one dressed up?
No.
That's so funny.
I'm so embarrassed for you.
It was Matt. Matt was wearing a baseball costume. I was wearing this. No one in our group was
Nobody
dressed up.
dressed
I
up.
love it.
Even the hot LA girls.
They were at the next party.
Oh no.
And I've never even worn something like
this
that
is
in my life.
This is Elle Woods.
It was because she had the full butt out,
Mm-hmm.
the little bunny butt. And I had to go to the bathroom multiple times. I made Matt come, and I was like, we got to leave. But Matt and I just started dating, so it was also not like, let's get the fuck out of here now.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, I have to like
Play it cool.
play it kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like, and hang out with his friends for a second
Oh,
before we go to the next. I
gosh.
was so uncomfortable.
Wow.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
I was like, own it, own it, own it. And I was like, dying.
Ugh.
And then I have one other childhood embarrassing moment. I only really have two like Halloween things. So I remember trick-or-treating in high school, maybe it was like 9th grade, maybe 8th grade. And I got egged.
You got it.
Oh no, I'm sorry to laugh. I'm sorry my immediate reaction was to
Somebody
like
threw-
heartily laugh at that.
Somebody threw an egg at you?
Yeah,
was like-
Cardovine egged me.
I was not expecting that. I don't know what story I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting eggs or for like the E in egg to be hit as hard as it was when she said it.
They say the K is strong in
And I
comedy.
was
Maybe it's the
egged.
double G.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, Mandy.
Egg.
Have you guys had
Wow.
an embarrassing like moment like that? What was yours?
Well, the first one resonated with me in college. One year I dressed up as white trash.
Oh, I've done that.
And I was in
I'm sorry I pointed at you.
You've seen my video.
See, I know you have.
I was in like ratty fishnets and little booty shorts, and then like, you know, like a little crop top, like just white trashy, and spent the night at a guy's house.
Oh.
And,
Oh no.
and I didn't have a change of clothes. And I did have to do the walk of shame the next morning in a white trash outfit.
But wait, was it Halloween night?
It was Halloween weekend. It wasn't
Okay.
Halloween.
Because I feel like the next day there's an
Is there
there's an
grace?
understanding
Oh,
of
there's
like
a grace period?
yeah, there's a grace period of like this walk of shame is going to feature pirates and Tinkerbells. And,
It was
But I don't know about trash
pretty
bags.
low.
but yeah, it's hard.
Pretty low.
I couldn't imagine
It's pretty. I had to put it all
putting
back
that
on. And I waited and waited and waited, thinking like he's gonna offer to drive me.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Or to give you clothes.
He's gonna offer something. He didn't. He said, "Oh, my car's blocked in." I said, "Oh, okay. So I'll be walking."
Oh, I don't like this guy at all.
No, we hate him.
We do
We
hate him,
love
okay.
him, but we hate him.
Okay.
Find the key.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he does now. That's what happened to him.
That's why she asked if he was handsome.
Yeah. She's like, wait a minute, I know this guy. Buck naked screaming.
Blood.
Yeah, wait a second. He wouldn't give me a ride. He was blocked in, he said. Couldn't find his keys.
Oh my God. Do you have a younger embarrassing story?
As you might imagine, I have a few, but I did a costume like there was a year in New York that I had a friend, the same one that I do those shows with, but he was like, hey, like he was I think she was his wife now, but girlfriend at the time, like we're gonna go to like a thing, and he never does haunted stuff or like Halloween stuff, but he was like, we're gonna go to a big Halloween party.
Mm-hmm.
So you should come. And I was like, yeah.
This
This is my whole deal, man.
This
All right.
is
Can't
my
wait, where is it?
identity.
And it was like at this brown, it was like this crazy, very like cool thing. And he was like, so, you know, we already have the tickets. Don't worry. Like, just come. So I meet them and I'm dressed as Ash from Evil Dead, the only other costume that I own. So I have a Ghostbusters outfit and Ash from Evil Dead. Ash is a guy with a chainsaw hand. Like covered in blood and like ripped.
Okay,
ripped
fun.
shirts.
That's a fun classic Halloween.
It's for the ones that know. So I'm dressed like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Very Halloween-y.
Very
Yeah.
Halloween-y, chainsaw
Yeah.
hand, you know, all the
Yeah.
stuff covered in blood.
Okay.
And then I show up to this thing, and it was a soiree. It was a fancy. People were in tuxedos.
No. Why didn't he tell you?
And top hats with like unbelievably good like skeleton makeup. So everybody was dressed like with a date who was in like a gown, but they were all like undead,
Yeah.
like whatever. And so it was like
so annoyed.
it was super expensive. You like go inside. It was like it was. I mean, the fanciest thing I've ever been, like chandeliers and stuff.
What?
And it was
Nobody
just like,
thought to tell you.
and I'm the only one fully dressed like it's like cartoon Halloween, and I was
This
just
is-
walking around all night like,
Yeah,
Cool.
this is your Elwood's moment.
yeah.
What did
But
your friend say?
He was like, "Why are you dressed like a fucking idiot?"
But like, who
And
knows
I was like,
to
"You
dress
know
in a
me
tux?
so well. Like, what did
Yeah.
you think I was gonna put
How
on?"
did he know you? Why
He's
didn't
like, "I think
you
you
say?
put a suit and a
Yeah.
skeleton," and I was like, "You never said." And he was like, "I didn't." Like he didn't care. But also, I like, I don't know.
So
It was.
annoyed.
I mean, every once in a while, somebody would like pass me and go like, give me a little nod, like,
Well, you know what? It's worse
Cool.
when
And I
you
was like,
don't
yeah.
know the people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been fine if it was your group of friends and ha 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 funny moment, but you don't know
No,
them.
and it was like his girlfriend's
Yeah.
group of.
I'm
It was like
so-
it was just a group that I like didn't know that well for the most part.
It
I think it
makes
was like
it
one or two
so
of us, but
uncomfortable.
yeah.
And that's like such a pretentious thing too. It's not like they had a different theme. It was like a fancy.
That's why I don't even
theme.
want to say I was embarrassed because I was like, I don't care. I was like looking for like Bud Lights. I was like,
Well, that's good.
I like
You've
I don't
got
give
a
a
good
shit.
head
I
on
was
your
bummed because I
shoulders.
felt like
Yeah.
I had been robbed of a good night. Like I was
Okay.
like, in my mind, I was like, I'm going out in New York, all dressed up.
Yeah.
It's Halloween. This is gonna be the best night of my life. And then I was like, well, I don't want to be at this.
Yeah.
This sucks. There's like you could hear the bar next door having like a party, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, can we go over there?
Yeah.
That's like audiences at a show when they hear music. They're like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
stand-up. Let's go
Yeah.
there.
Why are we silently watching this person play the piano? I hate this party.
Yeah. Oh my God.
How long did you live in New York?
4 years. 4.5 years.
2014 to 2018?
Almost, yeah, 20, yeah.
Yeah, me
to
too.
2017, I
Same
think I
time?
moved out here.
Wait,
Yeah, me
pause
too.
that thought. We're going to continue this. We're going to do quick plugs and then continue on Patreon.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Woo!
Woo!
Wow.
Check out Patreon.
Check out
But
Patreon.
before we go, what would you like to plug?
Oh,
All the things.
my Instagram is Trace_O'Donnell and my website's traceodonnell.com.
Check out her thriller video.
Oh,
Everything
check
will
out my
be
thriller
below,
video. That'll make it all make sense.
too. Matt?
I'm so embarrassed of mine already because of what we've talked about. This sucks. I hate this, Mandy.
Is it?
My misery is this moment right now. I have a website called thehappyghostproductions.com. And I have a horror short that's coming out this month for Halloween. It just finished its festival run. And then I have a live show called The Last Video Store, where I hand out physical media at Last Video Store Comedy and a show with Mandy called Ill Prepared.
Yay!
Man.
True to character.
What a bummer. Can you believe those stupid things? Yeah, anyways, here's my plugs.
Oh, wait, I have one more plug.
Yeah.
On November 9th, I'm doing the show Mortified. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
No.
It's at the Dynasty Typewriter, and if you like Misery Loves Mandy, it's literally people reading their old journals from high school and as
my
kids, and it's
God.
like mortifying. So clearly, I have mortifying journal entries that I'm sharing and making fun of.
Yay, that's
okay,
awesome.
We'll put the link below for that too. Okay. See you on Patreon and happy Halloween.
And happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween. If you like Halloween, it doesn't matter.